today we're making simple roast beef soup with 8 ingredients. But before that, we want to wish our dear sweet friend and sister, April Dawn, a happy blessed birthday. Her birthday was Saturday, April 15th. And dear sweet sis, we hope you had an amazing birthday and God gives you all the desires of your heart. We hope to see you soon. In Jesus' name. Welcome back to Cooking with Kayla D. I'm Kayla, and this is my husband Randy. My disclaimer. If you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell so you get all the latest episodes as they release. For your first ingredients, you'll need 1 to 2 pounds of London broil, 1 teaspoon both of salt and pepper, and 3 cups of water or beef broth. For your next ingredients, you will need 4 large potatoes cut into cubes, 1/2 pound of chopped carrots, 3 stalks of celery chopped, 6 to 8 ounces of chopped green beans, fresh or frozen, 1 teaspoon both of salt and pepper, and again water to cover these vegetables as they cook on the stovetop. And for your last ingredient, you'll need a packet of Lipton onion soup as well as a cornstarch slurry. Also, rolls are optional. I will have links in the description area for a Lipton onion soup recipe as well as a roll recipe. So first off, I'm going to be cooking in 2 separate methods. First, I'm going to take my London broil, look at the dill on that, and I'm going to put it into our Insta Pot. That way the meat can cook a lot quicker and also build us a nice delicious beef broth while it's doing so. So first I took my meat, because I have a small Insta Pot, and I cut it in half. I chose to go with London broil because it is a lot leaner than chuck roast, and it has the same flavor if you're using a pressure cooker. So that's what I went with. Plus, they had a super cool deal on it, and I'm all about those deals. So after I cut my roast in half, I went ahead and rinsed it off really well with water and got it into my Insta Pot in both pieces. And after I had that into my Insta Pot, I went ahead and got my water and covered it just to build a nice beef broth for our soup. Then I put in my salt and my pepper. And I did not bother to stir it at all. I went ahead and put my lid on and then made sure that my valve was closed to seal. Put my pressure cook on and I moved that one up. It was automatically set to 40 from my last recipe. So I went ahead and I set that to 1 hour and 30 minutes and then just left it. And while that was cooking, I went ahead and got all of my vegetables ready by chopping those up. And then I got a stock pot out, put it on my stovetop, and poured my veggies right into that. After I got my potatoes and my carrots and my celery in there, as you can see, I wanted to show you I cut them into about 1-inch pieces so they would cook evenly and one wouldn't be cooking more than the other. Then I went ahead and started to cover my vegetables with water. And then after I had my vegetables covered with water, I went ahead and added my salt and pepper. And also I wanted to show you these rolls. These are the rolls I chose to use for this recipe. They come frozen. I went ahead and just put them in a cupcake holder to defrost, and then I covered them to rise after that. They're small and I put them in there, but they poofed right up, as you'll see here at the end. After that, I'm using frozen green beans because I had them on hand and not fresh. So I went ahead and dumped my frozen green beans right in our stock pot. And then we turned that on and got that boiling. After that, you'll want to strain your vegetables after they're done cooking. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And you'll set those aside. You'll also go ahead and save your vegetable stock. Now that our beef is done, I'm going to pour the beef stock right into our stock pot on our stovetop. Doesn't that look good? It made such a delicious, wonderful beef broth. So yummy. I went ahead and add some of our vegetable stock to that till I thought it had the right amount that I will need for that. Now we'll add in our Lipton onion soup. And I will have a recipe right here at the top right hand corner, as well as a link in the description area for that. And I'll also have a link in the description area for homemade brioche rolls as well, in case you want to do homemade instead of the frozen ones like I opted to with this time. You'll want to go ahead and cook this for about 5 minutes on medium low, giving time for your Lipton onion soup to just combine with the beef stock and kind of hydrate back up, because there are dehydrated onion flakes in it. Once you have done that, you can go ahead and add in your cornstarch slurry. I would start with 1 tablespoon of water to 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, because this is a soup. You don't want it too thick. You definitely want it a little bit thicker than just a standard broth. You want a hearty, delicious soup. After that comes to a boil and it is thickened up after 3 to 4 minutes, I went ahead and added our vegetables right back into that. After you get your vegetables into your stew, you want to give it a quick stir and then add your beef right back into your stew. And I like to let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes just to combine everything back together and bring it back up to temperature. As you can see, it's not boiling, so I wanted to get that back into boiling, kind of let everything marry each other there in the pot. It ended up being a delicious vegetable soup. It was very simple and easy. Now, if you would like to use bay leaves, you can go ahead and add in bay leaves. That is also optional. But we found that it was not necessary, and this turned out to be a very delicious, easy soup. It cooked really fast, and it did not require a lot of work. And that's why we wanted to share it with you. I'm going to just continue to plate this up into our bowls. I moved the meat aside and started getting all the vegetables I wanted out, as well as some of the broth. Once I had the desired amount for my bowl, I went ahead and put some roast beef right on the top of the bowl. And that is our delicious roast beef soup. It's 8 ingredients and it's a very simple recipe. We do not count the water, by the way. Otherwise it would be 9. But there you go. Look at that roast beef soup. And it is enough to serve 3 to 4 people. Now, if you want more, then you would add just more vegetables and more roast beef to serve more. It was absolutely delicious and tender. And there's our rolls after they poofed up, so you could see those. And like I said, I will link for the homemade ones in the description area. Stay tuned to the end for some wonderful photos of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoices. My flesh also will rest in hope, for you will not leave my soul in Sheol, nor will you allow your Holy One to see corruption. Psalm 16, 9 and 10.
As always, we have some beautiful photos of the sunrise here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, as well as a long video at the end, and I've left the sound on for you so you can hear the waves crashing. We thank you for being here on Cooking with Kayla D. As always, we say stay in that kitchen and keep on cooking. Until next time, we say God bless you and keep you. Goodbye.